Wait. Is it just us? Is this the alone time that we needed? It is? Awesome. Great. Folks, welcome to an episode of The Hungry Bleak Show. I am Antonio Pomares, aka The Hungriest Bleak, the hungriest man in the room. It's The Hungry Bleak, it's the hungriest man in the room. I totally messed up my own intro. I should be fired. I probably will be. Thank you so very much for joining, whether you are watching live, whether you're watching this on replay, whether you are listening later on down the line. Thank you very much. I always appreciate it. So it has been a while since I've done a live episode, and also since I have spoken to you. Just us having a nice little intimate talk over some tea. Just burned my tongue. It's way too hot. Thank you. So, as always, how have you been? How's everything going? How's work? I know. They be doing that. They be doing that sometimes. You know, sometimes you gotta talk to them like that. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be all right. How are all the loved ones? Yeah. I know. I hope your week has been well. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope everything has been better than it has been, what have you. You may have seen my face a few times this week. Monday, it was a TBA News from Subsume. Subsume presents TBA News with Java Chan, aka Ashley Watkins. It's weird that her government is the AKA. That's kind of weird, but thank you so very much as always to Java, having so much fun. Then you saw me do The Hungry Bleak presents comic news update on Wednesday, and then a movie and series news update on Thursday. I want to do things like that every other week. Hopefully, I will always have Robert or Michael or even maybe some guest people coming and doing things like that. I love it. I have a whole bunch of things I like to do in that realm, and that was the start. You got to start somewhere. It's not going to be perfect, but it's a start. That's perfect. So I hope you all have been great. Look, a lot has gone on since I've had all these incredible guests. I want to thank each and every one of them, truthfully, and I also want to thank Keith Cross and Tony Kittrell for referring me to everyone. That wasn't my finger breaking. That was me cracking my knuckles by accident, and just referring everyone to me. Thank you so very much. I'm truly honored, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that the Hungry Bleak is the home of Black indie creators. If you have a comic, if you want to talk about something, if you want to come on here, if you want to be there, my door is open. As long as you're not problematic, misogynistic, or homophobic, transphobic, queerphobic, anything like that, then come on. If you are, then don't bother. Please don't. All right, we got a lot to talk about. We don't have all day. Let's get into this. Let's jump into gumbo. Jump into gumbo? What the hell? Who? Whatever. Okay, so comic book news. So a couple weeks ago was the Schomburg Black Comic Book Festival. As always, it was an incredible show at the Schomburg. I had an amazing time. I decided to go out. I was able to got some fresh air. It was a little chilly, but it was great because I had a new bomber jacket. I actually bought 2 bomber jackets since I've last spoken to you live. I got them really great prices, so it's fine. I went there, had a great time, decided to show my actual face around, and it was beautiful. And just seeing all the creativity and the talent and the vibe in there was just so amazing. As always, it's cool. And I realized something. It was this huge affirmation that the culture has grown so much, and it's not just confined by the mainstream. We are creating our own stream, and that's the most important thing. And I was looking around and out every floor, because there's 3 like main areas. I went to 3 areas, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. And I was like, wow. Because I was with Takia Marie. Takia Marie made an appearance, folks. Come on. You know it's got to be a good event when Takia Marie shows up. As always, I have my brother in geek, my partner in geek, Michael Williams, the cinema CEO, the cinema god, was there with me. And somebody who owes me pictures of Spider-Man. Dashiki Dwayne, I forgot her name, but she owes me pictures of Spider-Man, and she was there too. It's fine. some chemist or something like that. She like, I don't know. So anyway, um, as always, folks, 90% of my jokes are for me and probably one other person. Give me 15 minutes. I'll give you like 5 more jokes that one of them might pertain to you. It's cool. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And it was awesome. Had an amazing time. So glad I went. It's always a beautiful event at the Schomburg. If you have not gone, please try to go. It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's on a Friday and Saturday. Amazing. It's free to get in, but if you can and you got a little bit, donate is great, and you'll see all these incredible people there. All these amazing characters. I was there. Now I have pretty much everybody's stuff because of Kickstarters, but I was able to get Jason Michael Primrose's comic, The Arrival, that goes along with uh, his amazing book, Time of Salvation 2052. Look at that cover. It's astounding. I was told to read the book first and then read the comic. I like that. Also, award-winning author, the founder of Virtuous Con, just an iconic person in these spaces. Cerise Rennie Murphy. I picked up a kid's book. She was surprised. She was like, "You want to pick up kids?" I was like, "Yes, I want to see different aspects of what creators do." And this is Ellis and the Magic Mirror. And this is what's great about this. This was co-authored not just by Cerise, but with her son, Arie Rene Murphy. I think that's beautiful. I love it. And the art is by Greg Garay. I hope I'm saying the name properly. I absolutely love that. And this is one that I'm going to be dipping into this weekend. Yeah, there are different things I like to do, and I like to get into different aspects of people's work if I'm truly into what they're doing. It's amazing. And I also got, you saw on the show, I was able to interview 2 iconic creators, Larry Stroman and Todd Johnson, and they were there. They had copies of Tribe, and I was able to get a copy of Tribe #1 in the black, and in the white. And they've been signed by them. It was beautiful. I realized when I was there that I had interviewed maybe half of the people that were there. And it was amazing. I looked up and I realized sometimes I think I don't do anything. And I looked and I was like, oh, I do something. Oh, wow. And to see the love and support when I actually have my face down from everybody was great. It was especially incredible to see Newton Lelavoie there. I didn't realize that he had been sick. And to see you there out there doing your thing, doing what you love, getting the fresh air, mixing with the people, and getting that positive energy, that vibe off of everyone was beautiful. It was so beautiful to see everyone. I'm so glad I got to Blossom Blair, who is, every time I see you level up, young lady, you are the now and the future. I'm definitely betting on you. You are astounding, an incredible individual. Truly, you are. Thank you. I'm so glad that you were there. And I actually showed my face. You went, oh, hey. And I went over, gave you a hug. And look, I'll hype you up every day. If you ever forget how incredible you are, let me know and I will hype you up. Okay. Because you deserve that. And it was outstanding. And I had just the best time there. Just being in that environment, it was what I needed at that time. And beautiful Black folks doing things. Amazing. Then last week we had Free Comic Book Day. I hope you all got out. I hope you went to your local comic book shops or not so local comic book shops. I hope you were able to get the free comics and go in and also support the stores. It's an amazing thing. I love seeing it. There will be lines. I went to my local comic shop, which is like 10 minutes away. And they had a line out the door because they're a smaller shop, but they're still very impactful. They had a line out the door. They had like Star Wars troopers out front because it was also May the 4th be with you, obviously. One of the owners, Brian, dresses up as Batman every year. It's just an incredible thing. And then you have the signings going on and everything. So congratulations to the Comic Crypt. You guys are awesome. And congratulations to all the stores. Beautiful. I loved it. Thank you so very much. All right. So we've got Kickstarters out. The Wazoo. I had to say Wazoo because I didn't want to cuss. And thank you to everyone who's watching on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or that's actually it, I'll be honest, or Alien Satellite. Hello, Gweasel Boards, whoever's watching in the ether. Thank you. Okay, so the first one we've got up is Temporal Tenth. This is out of Subsume. This is just a really cool comic. Excuse me. That I am thoroughly excited to hear and read truthfully. Basically, this is the tagline is basically like Black History and HBCU meets Doctor Who. I think that's a pretty great way to talk about it. Um, it has a mix of historical figures from our past and these students who are in the near future, who are in modern times, and seeing where this goes. I love this. I love the aspect. I love the art. This cover just absolutely sends me. By the way, and it's started by W. E. B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. Um, and it's going to go through all of our history and also that sci-fi aspect. And it has H.G. Wells in it, who did actually, the other Time Machine, the actual Time Machine. If you see this picture here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The movie, the remake, and the old, and also the book. Uh, Excusez-moi. See, getting all French on you now. It's crazy. I'm excited to read this. Subsume always has something great cooking in the and the books are always going to give you something that really ties into our Black history, but also giving you something that's in our future, whether it's sci-fi, future or modern day, sci-fi, STEM, everything like that, and I love it. And all the historical figures that we have, some hidden. If you get that joke because of who was on the screen now, thank you. If you don't, just reading is fine, cool, whatever. Um, NASA mathematician Katherine Johnson, who was one of the characters from Hidden Figures, the movie about Black female mathematicians in NASA. Awesome. I'm excited to get this. As always, links are in the episode description as you go in. We have 16 days to go, and we are at 1636. Come on, folks, let's get it in there. There are so many great tiers and great options you'll have for reading. Definitely want to get you in there, and please go and check it out because it's going to be awesome. Next up is Atlantic Comic Con. So this is one that is started. This is going to be a comic convention, obviously, in Norfolk, Virginia. It's going to be gaming, comics, anime. This is going to be cool, and this is a new convention. Now, this is from Duran Flood and Greg Berman. I am excited about this. I would love to go to this. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's amazing. This is awesome. This is one that is going to be, I'm trying to think, it's in August, I want to say. And it's going to be so much fun. Let me just double check the dates. I want to say August. I hope it's August. This is going to be in, yes, August 17th and August 17th and August 18th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like I said, this is going to be in Norfolk, Virginia. There's a Kickstarter to go along with it where they're going to have plenty of options for passes and everything, and this is going to help fund it, obviously. But you'll have so many different passes. I backed it myself. You can see some of the people who were there. I saw a lot of these faces at the Schomburg. Larry Stroman, Aletha Evelyn Martinez, one of my dream interviews, I must say. Newton Lelevoix, Jessica Cage is another dream interview. Marcus Williams and Stephen Harris. You already know this man is diabolical. David Crownson, just to name some of the people who are going to be there. This is going to be a huge event. Love it. So there's a Kickstarter for this as well. Please go and support this. Another con, especially down south. This has the potential to be a really huge con, especially with Greg and Duran being a part of this and leading the way. I think this is going to be incredible. If you'd also like to check out, there is a website which is going to pop up right now, Wadum, where you can go and check out more about the convention. See some more of the people who are going to be there. You can even buy tickets there, but you can also, but like I said, there's the Kickstarter is there. I definitely recommend going to the Kickstarter, putting in for it and letting people know that that you're there and that, that you want to see that, because the more people that will see a part of that, the more people that will see to be a part of that'll push it forward and will push it higher as far as Kickstarter goes. So the more people will see it, the more people kick in and more people who interact with it. So that's awesome. And congratulations. I think this is going to be one of like the best things out there, truthfully. The next one I'm going to have up is for Intertwined. Now, if you know this comic, this is from this is like a kung fu noir. I loved it because it had the supernatural aspect. It had martial arts, and it was set in, I want to say, the 70s, if I remember correctly, which is awesome. But this is Intertwined, the spirit of Wu Zhang Zaga. I hope I'm saying that properly. I don't think I did. I think I totally butchered it, and I apologize right off the bat. So this is from Fabrice Sapolsky. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. He's like incredible. I really loved the first trade that came out for the first arc, and it was so awesome and great. And it's out of Fair Square Comics. And I remember reading it and going, wow, this is great. Well, this is a spin-off. And there's some bonus material as well from it. And this is also going to be with Fred Pham Shuang. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. This is it was this great martial arts at noir thing, like I said, in the 70s, and it had to deal with a lot of like supernatural as well, and the elements and these guardians. It's been a while since I've read it, so I need to reread it, which is not a bad thing at all. I absolutely loved it, and I backed for this as well. Was this awesome? We have 19 days, and we're at 4,396. Way to go, y'all! Outstanding. There's going to be a hardcover and a digital edition, and it's going to be 316-page boutique hardcover edition. Damn, that sounds like it would look very nice on my coffee table. I might have to up my pledge on that one. I'm gonna be real with you. This is going to be one. It's going to be action filled. It's going to be action packed. I'm going to enjoy it. Like I said, I need to reread the first one because I absolutely enjoyed it, and I love the covers were just beautiful, especially when you see the characters in with their powers full fledged and in their kind of armor. I want to say, for lack of a better term, it was a beautiful one. So yes, please go and check this out. It's just really, really cool to see this. Excuse me. And to have this just be a part of everything. I'm just really excited about this. I can't even tell you. I believe there's even going to be a story in here from Greg, I believe. Greg Muscles. What is somebody called him? The Haitian Sensation, I think is what they called him, which is the diabolical. Yeah, he's gonna have a story in this as well. This is another one that when I read this, I don't remember how long ago it was when I read this. I'm trying to multitask here. I don't remember how long it was when I read this. I think it was when it maybe was out for about a year, maybe, possibly. Trying to remember. I don't know. And it was just so. It was just so. It was just so different because of it. First off, it being set in in like the 70s era, and for it to be a martial arts noir kung fu feeling, it felt so nice to have that. And I was just so it was just so interesting. So to be a part of that, to have that there and that representation, obviously, was just so cool. And I really enjoy what Fair Square does as far as representing everyone and being so a part of all the representation out there. Is very, what's the word, uplifting, very beautiful to see this man doing all this. I think it's incredible. It's amazing. It's great. And it's awesome. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say that Temporal 10th is going to be from Scooter. I don't know why I just wanted to say Scooter, but I don't know very many people named Scooter, so that's why I said Scooter. Who actually was the brilliant mastermind behind Scorpio, and that, and just one of the like a really great writer and being out there. John Robertson the fourth. You're the fourth. That's funny because So am I. I mean, not I'm not John Robinson the fourth, but I'm the fourth as well as my name as well. And yeah, I love seeing all these creators doing all these things, like across different streams, not just with their own characters and their own thing, but also doing other people's characters and other people's stuff too. I think it's incredible. I think it's amazing. I love it. I love seeing all this crossing of the streams by talent. It's awesome. So yes, this is another one. Please go and check out Intertwined: The Spirits of Woozing Saga. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'll have the episode description for this one as well in the episode description. Now, what I will say is this, folks: there will be no breaks on this episode because I have a lot going on and I want to give it all to you. So let's go in, shall we? I don't know. Will we? Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll. So next up, we've got comic book reviews. There were a lot of comics that came out, so I'm going to be giving you. If I'm saying the name of this comic, I want you to go see it. I want you to go read it. It's worth it. That's basically the bottom line. I don't know what else to say about that. Sound good? I don't know. Does it? Sure, why not? Okay, so there's been so many comics, but a lot of them have been hitting my sweet spot. So how about we just get the ball rolling now? So the first one up, this is out of Dark Horse. This is going to be a comic called Dawnrunner. Let me bring this up for you. Shabba-doo. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, why not? Far too many things going on in this universe at one time. So Dawnrunner, this is, like I said, out of Dark Horse Comics. This is one that is, oh my eye. This is cool because it's like a mech story in South America, but it's much more than that. This is out of Dark Horse, like I said. This is written by Ram V. Art is by Evan Kang. I am having so much trouble with my eyes today. Holy cow. This is basically a story of where these aliens have been coming in from another dimension. They've been coming through these portals. And humanity tried everything. So they ended up building these huge mechs, which they call Iron Kings. And we're seeing it in South America, where they've become almost like celebrities, and it's become almost like a reality or unscripted television series where there are huge ratings to watch these fights. And we're seeing one of the fighters out for a run, and she's like one of their best, like the A-list talent celebrity fighter. And they've created a new Iron King for her, but they call them IKs, but Iron King, and it's called Dawnrunner, and it's beautiful. And it becomes this thing about this corporation who is building it, and they're trying to figure out how to communicate with the aliens so they can figure more about them out, so they can make the IKs, Iron Kings, better. But then you find out that they've been giving her aliens that aren't up to her par to fight. So she's been winning more of the fights then. And not just that, but you also figure out that this new IK has a way of almost it has more of a way of bonding with its rider, its driver, its human. Turns out that it's because they've been using data from past fighters who have died in their IKs. And as she goes into the first time with Dawnrunner, all of a sudden she blacks out. And there's a span of time that is unaccounted for in her memory, and that she is just out while the fight is happening. And then you realize that it's because she was seeing someone else's memories, but she doesn't realize it. And it was a past fighter. And then the story goes from there. And it's how they have to kind of link up and figure out what's happening, what happened to him in his past, and how they're going to get together to be able to fight as a unit. Meanwhile, trying to figure out whose memories are whose and feeling each other's pains and sorrows and loves and everything. I absolutely fell in love with this. I love the art is beautiful, feels very earthy. I don't know how to describe it. It feels very earthy, feels very in tune for this. This isn't very stylistic, let's say. Feels like, yes, these mechs are in there, these Iron Kings are in it, but there is a fight, there's a battle, they are going in. I really dig this one. Please go and check out um, Dawnrunner. This is from Dark Horse. Like I said, it is the two issues so far are out, and it's really good. Go check it out. Okay, so the next one up is The Agent. This is from Blaze Comics, which I think I've read a couple of things from them. I can't really remember, but they're awesome as well. Yeah, so like this is from Blaze Comics. This is from Matthew Gabelli is the writer. Fernando Dagnino is the artist. Carlos Morot is the colorist, and Vibrant Studios are the letters. I like that, Vibrant Studios. This is the story of a Middle Eastern female government agent who is in a world where witchcraft and sorcery and where witchcraft and spells and such and magic are real, but more in like a grounded way. Like it's not like Gandalf is saying like you cannot pass. And I don't know why I did that. I apologize for that. That was the worst Gandalf the Gray or Gandalf the White Ian McKellen impersonation ever. Apologize for it. But yes, this comic is great because it's more grounded and how the government is trying to crack down on it. And you see a deal happening. It looks like it's going to be a drug deal, but it's actually a deal for a spell. And it's her kind of finding her way in this world, being brought into it and being a part of this agency, and how they're going to get her into it, and figuring out why she was able to actually not break but actually move within this spell that was supposed to freeze her and stop her while everyone else lost their mind. And it's just very interesting to me. This is about 5 issues in, maybe. Yeah, about 5 issues in. Again, I enjoy this. I love the fact of having a government agency, like a ragtag kind of government agency that's dealing with magic, but like I said, in more of a grounded way, where they're trying to figure out the spells. It's like how you would see maybe a comic about the DEA trying to figure out how to take down a drug kingpin, or if it was about the ATF and how they would try to take down like gun runners, or like a militia group or something like that. It's that kind of feel. That's why I like it. Also, the fact of having a Middle Eastern female brown skin agent as your lead protagonist, I found that interesting as well. I just happened to walk by this comic in the comic crypt when I was there. When I saw the cover, I was like, oh, this is great. And the cover is beautiful. But you can see her there in the subway, goes to pull a gun. There's a spell. Everyone stops, loses their mind, and loses their memory. She's still able to operate while everyone else doesn't know what's happening. And I think that's incredible to have that be our introduction. You think it's going to be a drug deal, and it turns out it's about a spell. Awesome. Again, like I said, very cool. Go check it out. 2 issues in, you're great. Now there is Moon Man. This is out of Image Comics. I think this is one that people have been talking about just because of who is the writer. Well, this one of the writers is Scott Mescudi, aka Kid Cudi. He's writing it with Kyle Higgins. Art is from Marco Locati. Colors is from Igor. I'm never sure how to pronounce that, to be honest with you. Monty. Letters is Hassan Atsme Elhau. I hope I pronounced that properly. I truly do. Editorial design is Michael Busteli. And production is Wesley Griffith. The art, first off, is incredible. I was floored by it. The colors, the vibrancy, the way the tones are used is very well. It felt like, and this might be just a pun, but I think because of it's there, it felt like music, the way that the tones were there with the colors. This is about a group of astronauts who go into space, and they're in the life or death situation. They get through it, but they're altered, they're changed, they're not sure how exactly. And there's a small amount of time again where they are lost, where no one knows what happened, and how one of the astronauts comes out, and he's from Shaker Heights. He comes out and he goes back home, and he's realizing that something's different with him. He's able to do things he wasn't able to do before, and it throws him off. And he realized that he has powers. What does he do with these powers? And his little brother is like, if you figure out you have this, you can help. You can do something. He's not sure what to do or how even to use them, or whether he should use them. And the beginning of this comic, it's 2 issues in, and it's about this morality of, I have these powers. What should I do if I do use them? Do I even want them? Should I even have them? That type of thought process of mentality. This reminded me a great deal of Noble in the best of ways, because Noble is one of my favorite comics. So this made me think of that, and someone just trying to figure out, just trying to be back into regular life after being out in space for all this time, and you come back for the normal regular life, and you turns out you have powers. And what do you do with those powers? I was honestly floored by it, and I love the fact that it's this black character trying to figure this out, and how the art is almost kind of trippy, and you see his powers can activate at times, and he has to figure out which way to go. I mean, look at this splash. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. I would love this on a t-shirt message. And yeah, this is one of those things where I'm so excited to see this. I am excited when someone who is a lifelong fan of comics, or who is a fan of comics, who is in different industries, where it's music industry or acting, what have you, and they bring other people in. They're like, look, I want to do this comic. What are we going? What are we doing? And seeing um, publisher-owned companies saying, okay, cool. But people who are ready, okay, well, this comic is yours. Okay, cool. What would you like to do? What's the pitch? What have you? Going in. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I'm a fan of this comic. I want to see where it goes. And like I said, the art is just like, this page alone is just, it's diabolical. It's just diabolical. And him and the brother getting into arguments, like, you have these powers. What are you going to do? And he has to figure out what I am going to do, and if I even want these powers. Huge fan of it. Go and check out Moon Man. Like I said, it's 2 issues in, and it's great. The next one up is Rat City. This is a part of the Spawn universe. I didn't know there was a Spawn universe. I know there's a lot of Spawn titles, but this is one of the newest ones. This is script and plot is from Eric Schultz, one of my favorite writers out there, doing it big. She's continuously doing something awesome, great, and she's the first female writer to do a Spawn book, I believe, is her distinction. I want to say so. Yeah. Art is by Zay Carlos. Colors by J. David Ramos, FCO Plasencia, Marcello Iauzoli. Lettering is Erica Schultz. She's like a one-stop shop with stuff sometimes, seriously. Creative director is Todd McFarlane. Editor-in-chief is Thomas Healy. So this is 2107. This is in the future. Somewhere along the line, I haven't been reading the other Spawn books, but somewhere along the line, something happened in the Spawn universe where it's going across different times, dimensions, with all the Spawn characters and Spawn to be characters. And it's activating something. It's causing some type of ripple. And we're getting a story similar to Al Simmons, the Spawn that we were first introduced to all those years ago. And it's a mercenary warrior going in, and ends up being hurt. There's this huge explosion, and ends up becoming an amputee, and working to become better and better. And I believe he ends up being dropped from this program. So he has to go back into Rat City. At a certain point, out there tries to, I believe there was an accident, tries to save someone. Each day just gets worse and worse. Legs aren't working very well. There's a problem with the cybernetic legs that he has. And he begins to notice something is different. And that's when we realize that there's something has happened across the Spawn universe. There's a butterfly effect, you could say. Howard says here, a butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil, and it creates a tornado in Kansas, which I always love that that thought process. And at the end of the comic, we see Spawn, and then we know that something is different. First off, Erica is one of my favorite writers. I absolutely love her stuff. Whether it was what is a Forgotten Home, um, Deadly Bouquet. I was introduced to Erica at New York Comic Con years ago. This is what made her stick out in my head. First off, she had a Winter Soldier jacket on. Like the sleeve was like a metal arm. It had the star and everything. I was like, oh, that's cool. Also, she had like fresh chocolate chip cookies that she was like giving to people, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool, it's awesome. So her name always stuck in my head, and when I saw her name popping up more and more, I said, bet I've got to read what she's got going on. She also did the Mandrake Magician comic as well, which I enjoyed so much. I have to finish that. I think I have like maybe 2 more issues to read, I want to say, but awesome. So congratulations to her for that, and being able to have this new character to play with in the Spawn sandbox. Awesome stuff. Fan, love it. Let's go to our next one. We are on a roll here, folks. So the next one is, excuse me, Akogun. This is Brutalizer of the Gods. The name alone tells you that it's about to be some shenanigans are going to be happening here for real. I don't know what that means. This is out of Oni Press, which I'm a fan of Oni as well, obviously. Writer is, again, hope I pronounce your names properly, Murawa Ayodel, and artist is Dotun Akande. Colorist is D. Kunif, and letterer is the same letter again. Outstanding. I love seeing people just pop up in numerous times when I'm reading stuff. Letter is Hassan Atsme El Hawul. So this is the story of like mythology, fantasy. I love this. I love characters that go up against gods to fight them because of whatever is happening in life. I love that. It's a story of a warrior who is out in the wetlands and fending for himself, hunting, doing everything out there. Look at the tones in like with the colors are so beautiful, and sometimes those tones can set the tone for that scene that in the story. I love that. And how he's deciding to go after the gods, to fight them. And then we're showing the past. We're showing the gods having a conversation, just gods being gods, which they're apt to do. Zeus isn't the only god out there that that can run amok. I love the fact that this is again bringing more of the gods and mythology of the diaspora or diaspora, diaspora, however you want to. I said it 3 different ways. In case you say I've heard it 3 different. I've heard it probably 10 different ways of the diaspora and everything that's there. And there's so many rich tales that you can know of and see that haven't even been explored yet. So I love a book that goes that way. Again, with a human or human presenting who decides to go against them and to fight them for whatever reason it is. So that's what brought me to this. And then seeing a child who can be born, who is foretold to be who will be going up against the gods, or who is a demigod, or it was the offspring of a deity and a human, whatever it is. I love that aspect, and this one just hit me in that way where I said, yes, bet. So I want more of the story. I want to see where it goes. I'm a fan of it. Like I said, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Clash of the Titans with Harry Hamlin. Him going up against the gods and fighting and saying, no, this is not what we're going to do. This is not what we're going to do. This is not what we're going to do. I love stories like that. That's awesome. And it makes me happy. It does. Okay. I don't care what you have to say. So the next one up that we're going to talk about, this is one I was really excited about. And this is Bloodhunt. This is out of, excuse me. This is out of Marvel. This one was very interesting to me on numerous reasons. This actually was foretold a ways back in Moon Knight. Basically the story of this is their big summer event, Marvel. Basically, the vampires got together. There's a group of vampires called the Structure that was shown in Moon Knight. It seemed like they were going to be nothing, but they were. But they weren't nothing. They were actually putting together this huge plan. They're using Dark Force. All the characters who have Dark Force. I'm talking about Cloak. I'm talking about the Shroud. Does anybody even know who the Shroud is? Have they been using the Shroud? Love the Shroud. I have like that 4-issue miniseries from years ago. Read it probably like 30, 40 times before digital comics and everything. I absolutely loved it. It's amazing. And what they do is they take the Dark Force and they are blocking out the sun, and they call it the Sun Death. And all over the world, this is happening. And all the heroes and the villains are trying to figure out what's going on, and they're trying to fight and fend for themselves as the vampires begin to come out. Here you see the Avengers about to possibly get beaten. We see Hunter's Moon and Tigra um, realizing what's happening and what's going on, and it's Bloodhunt. And this is from writer Jed MacKay, who was also writing Moon Knight, so he laid the groundwork for this a ways back. We've got on art, we've got Pepe Larraz. Color artist is Marty excuse me. Wow, this is my new tongue. Gracia, and letter VC's Corey Petit, or Pettit, possibly. Either way, probably Pettit, I'll say. And we see all the players in this issue, the key players, and it's basically all over the world. They're all trying to figure out what's going on. Even in Latveria, and Doom is like, yeah, no, we're not letting them in. People can come in, but they will not, but they'll still go. And we see Blade, who has been training Miles Morales to fight vampires in Brooklyn. I love that sentence. That's awesome. And it's all over. And Blade has to get to Doctor Strange's sanctum to, figure out what's going on. And while everyone's trying to fight these vampires, and Blade is hauling this huge truck there to try to get them while everybody's going through it, everybody's beating, and we start seeing people die. I'm not going to show you who dies, but there's a lot that happens in this comic. I absolutely love the art. It feels action packed. It's very, again, kinetic with the bursts of speed. Like, it's very impactful. It's very what's the explosive. Like, even the truck scene here, you can see it's very explosive in the way it feels. You can sometimes feel art being explosive in the way it moves. I absolutely love that. That's awesome for me. Always a fan of that. Bottom line. So this is going to be a 5-issue series, but there are going to be tie-in issues as well. There's going to be I think 5 mini series that are going to be part of this, and I think there's going to be like 5 one-shots that are going to be along. The ending of this issue was very, very out of nowhere. I was like, oh, but it also made me smile because I was like, oh, what would happen if that happened? The Blade series that was going on was 10 issues. That's actually ended now, and we will be getting another Blade series, I believe, maybe later in the summer. I think another Blade series is going to be popping up, which then we'll see the effects of what happened here, because there are a lot happening in the Blade series. Then to jump to this, even more happens, and it shows possibly some of the results of the ramifications of what happened in the Blade series, which was diabolical. I loved it. Brian E. Hill and Casagrande are a definite duo. They did some amazing work. I would love to see them work again together. Please, please, please. Thank you. But Brian right now is doing Ultimate Black Panther, which you are crushing it again. I'm absolutely thrilled for you, honestly. Now, this is one that I found out about last minute, and I just realized that it was on Comixology in America, which I could read, and I was happy with that. So this one, I just want to say real quick, is one that's called Extraman. This is from like over in London or England. I should probably say England. This is one that I'm actually going to be reading tonight. This looks so cool. It's about I believe a retired like Olympic level athlete who gets technology from outer space and becomes a superhero. I love the cartoonish style of the art, but also the vibrance of the colors. even for it to be in deep space. I love this. This is from Jermaine Riley and Glenn Murphy. I'm a fan of this just from looking at it. I want a T-shirt, I want a hat, I want a hoodie. I'm gonna see what merch y'all guys got, and I'm gonna read this. But I'm very glad that I'll be able to read it here in America, which is awesome. So thank you very much for that, and I appreciate that so much. You guys are really awesome, and I'm hoping to read this. So those are all the comics that I have been reading. There are a plethora more comics, obviously, because I'm me. But that's all I can stand to say right now, and my mouth is dry. So we're gonna get a little bit of tea, especially because I have not done a break. So we're gonna take that tea. And we're going to woo-saw that down. So the next thing we're going to talk about is wellness. All right. I hope you are all well. I hope you've been safe. I hope you have been taking care of yourself. I hope you've been doing what you can do. I'm getting the bit of sun that you can with the weather being how it is. Have you taken your medication? I'm not trying to please you. I just want to make sure that you're being the best you that you can be, whether it's for a physical, mental, or physical ailment. I want you to be the best you that you can be. What have I been doing to try to get my wellness? Taking breaks, literally. I had that slew of interviews that I had done, but there were a couple weeks where I took a break and I did not post anything as far as shows. I felt like I needed a break. You needed a break from seeing this face, even though you can see more of this face because I shaved. But you needed it. I needed it. That's cool. But taking a break, I'll go to the park. I'll take a walk. I'll turn the TV off, turn everything off, and I'll just sit there and read. And I'll probably fall asleep. But I'll do that. Sometimes it's good to just not and to take a break from things and just to relax and get that peace of mind and go, okay, cool, great. And for you to reset your spirit, your mind, your body, your soul, everything, you need that. And you deserve that. So that's my thing been this week. I know I'm going very fast, folks, but I've had a lot of comments to talk about, and now I have more things to talk about because I want to talk about what's on my plate. Comfort food edition. This is going to be every edition, truth. I'm going to be real with you, and this is going to be Red Rooster in Harlem. So when I was in New York a couple weeks ago for the Schomburg. That Thursday before, I had the pleasure of going out to dinner with a very dear friend, and she decided she wanted to go to Red Rooster. I said, okay, it's cool, it's fine. We went to Red Rooster. I had not been there yet, and it was astronomical, diabolical. It was beautiful. This is in Harlem. This is from Michael. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name. Why can I remember this name? Because I watch him all the time on Food Network, and he's Marcus Samuelson. He's if you ever seen Food Network, you've seen the way he dresses. It feels like that's the inside of this restaurant. It's so beautiful and amazing. I ended up taking a video of the bathroom just because it was so beautiful, and the food was incredible. We ended up having burgers. I know that's so typical, but if you mess with a burger, I'm not going to your restaurant. And this burger was perfection. Seasoned just right, incredible sauce. It was a smash burger. It was two very small patties, thin, but they felt so juicy and robust in flavor and texture with the cheese, and the bun was amazing. She had greens, and I had fries because she needed to take the fry tax, obviously, and it was delicious. We had a very great time with it, and the food was amazing. They had live music there as well. The bar was jumping. We had a couple of non-alcoholic beverages was there, and it was great to just be in that restaurant and to just experience it and experience that beauty that Harlem has, and it was just incredible. Like I said, they had live entertainment. The singer, I cannot remember the singer's name for the life of me, but Mr. Samuelson, this restaurant is beautiful, eclectic style. I loved it. You can tell because I'm smiling. I'm literally smiling. And it was amazing. I'm trying to remember the drinks that we had because they have a wonderful array of things. Like I said, we had the smash burger, and then we had non-alcoholic beverages. We had the we had the Uptown Fling. Yes, it was a mix of strawberries, cucumber, lemon, and agave. It's delicious, utterly delicious. I had such a great time there. Thank you to that restaurant. Awesome. And yeah, so I'll also have the description, the link for that also in the episode description where you can go and check that out. go to Red Rooster. It is amazing. I hope to go there again, maybe in a few weeks or so, possibly, maybe. I don't know. But, folks, yeah, that has been everything that I've wanted to share as far as I got the comics in, I got some news in, I got my experience, and I got what I've been doing the last few weeks. I've got food in, and I got that I'm just trying to relax and be and take a breath and be easy. But what I do want to say is it is Friday, and I want to say on this Friday, I want to say Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there doing it. And, taking it day by day, sometimes hour by hour, minute by minute, depending on the kids and what's happening in your life. There's a line from The Crow, which I love. A mother's the name of a god on the lips and hearts of children everywhere. I think it's a line from somewhere else, but I know it from The Crow. And it's so true. You're all amazing. And thank you so very much for helping us and for raising us and for being there. We truly appreciate it each and every single day. I have learned so much from the mothers in my life, whether it has been from my own mother, whether it's been from family members who are mothers, whether it's been from friends, or whether it's been from people who I have been in relationships with. Thank you. You all go through so much, and you love your children so much and so deeply, and you feel so much of what they feel, and you're doing everything that you can for them to be the best thems that they can be. And it's incredible. And for one particular mother out there, I will say, you're doing an incredible job. Even if you don't think you are, you are. And I mean, you are the mother of the star, the sun, and the sky. And they're incredible. You're incredible. You got to do it because that's just how your heart is. And that's awesome. And to all the mothers out there, thank you. You're awesome. All right. So on that note, folks, I am going to leave you. I didn't want the show to be this long, but I had a lot to talk about. There was a lot to say, but I will say this. Look, Mondays, we're going to be doing TBA News. Thank you to Subsume. Subsume presents TBA News. We're going to be talking about whatever we can that's going on in Black indie culture and such like that as well, and tech and such like that. I said anime. Anime is actually in the title of the damn comic of the episode. I've been dipping into anime. Jujutsu Kaisen was amazing. I'm watching Windbreaker now. I am watching a lot of anime. So one of the things I would like to do is I would like to have an anime little show, like 30 minutes or so, talking about anime. I have two people's names that I definitely want to talk about anime with. Two Black women, obviously. And that's going on. But what I want to do is I want to have a few more things like that, different genres. I'm kind of feeling like Fury right now. I want to talk to you about the Hungry Initiative. Dum 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 dum. That was horrible. Anyway, look, you all have a very good day. I think I've gotten all my everything I had written down here. I think I got everything. Oh no, that's yes. I wanted to. Oh, that was interesting. And I have more things planned for next week for you. Will it be live? Will it be Memorex? I don't know, but you'll find out and see. All right. So I want you all to have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. Be safe. Eat something. Drink some water. Take your medicine. Take your vitamins. And as always, I will be here Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will be able to see the hungry bleak, the hungriest man in the room. And you can take that however you like. All right. Hungry doesn't always mean food. That actually came out kind of pervy. I didn't mean it like that. But if you took it like that, I guess. Okay. Oh, and I will say, Red Rooster, incredible portions as well. I just want to add incredible portions. It is probably, I've eaten in 4 places in Harlem that I really enjoy. And it is the burger is probably the second juiciest thing I've eaten in Harlem. But like the second best seasoned as well. Awesome stuff. It was, I'm still thinking about that burger. It was just that damn good. But it's the fourth It's like the fourth best place I've eaten, and I've only eaten in four places in Harlem that I really enjoyed, that I love. Is one of them, and it was beautiful. But that was probably the best burger I've ever had. Yeah, um, yeah, definitely. I'm still thinking about that burger. I love eating juicy stuff. It's incredible. I should probably go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You all have a very good night. I will see you later on. Peace. And hair grease. The hell do I know about hair grease? Who's writing this stuff? I'll see y'all later. Bye. Who's writing this stuff? Okay, we're gonna do the shoulders. Okay, yeah.